The RX has always been an obvious choice with its polished reputation and excellent build quality. But things have changed over the years, and even this mid-size luxury SUV is not perfect anymore. Moreover, it comes with a solid portion of drawbacks that make most potential buyers at least reconsider. Stay with us to learn more, because we have found 8 reasons why it's not best to buy the Lexus RX. Number 8. Tech interface is far from perfect. Lexus has historically struggled with infotainment systems, and while the latest RX makes improvements, it still trails competitors in user-friendliness and technological integration. The menu structure feels needlessly complex, requiring multiple steps to accomplish tasks that competitors handle with a single input. Voice recognition capabilities lag behind industry leaders like Mercedes' MBUX system, often misinterpreting commands or requiring exact phrasing to perform basic functions. What's particularly frustrating is the system's occasional lag when processing commands, creating an experience that feels unrefined for a luxury vehicle. Even more disappointing is the lack of innovative features that have become standard in this price range. While competitors offer augmented reality navigation, gesture controls, and advanced driver profiles that can predict your needs, the RX's tech package feels merely adequate, rather than impressive or forward-thinking. Number 7. Value proposition isn't as it used to be. Once upon a time, the Lexus RX offered a compelling value proposition, slightly less expensive than German rivals while delivering comparable luxury and better reliability. That equation has changed dramatically in recent years, with the RX's price climbing to levels that directly compete with established European luxury brands. Base models start around $50,000, which seems reasonable until you realize how quickly the price escalates with options. The hybrid variants command significant premiums, with top trim models easily exceeding $70,000. A territory where BMW, Mercedes, and Audi offer vehicles with superior performance, technology, and prestige. Number 6. Disappointing driving dynamics. The Lexus RX has always prioritized comfort over performance, and the latest generation continues this tradition. While the plush suspension handles bumps like they don't exist, this comes at a serious cost to driver engagement. The steering feels numb and disconnected, providing almost no feedback from the road surface. Taking corners at anything above casual speeds results in noticeable body roll that doesn't inspire confidence. Even more frustrating is how the RX handles emergency maneuvers. When you need responsive handling most, the soft suspension setup creates a floating sensation that feels unsettling and imprecise. This isn't just about missing out on sporty driving, it's about a fundamental disconnect between driver and vehicle that becomes apparent even during everyday driving. What's particularly disappointing is that competitors, like the BMW X5 and Porsche Cayenne, manage to deliver both comfort and engaging driving dynamics. The RX represents old-school luxury that ignores driver enjoyment almost entirely, making every drive feel like you're piloting a well-appointed living room rather than a premium vehicle. Number 5. F-Sport badge promises what it can't deliver. Perhaps one of the most misleading aspects of the Lexus RX lineup is the F-Sport trim. Despite the performance suggesting name and aggressive styling, the F-Sport package is largely an appearance upgrade with minimal actual performance enhancements. Yes, you get slightly stiffer suspension, but power output remains unchanged, and no meaningful upgrades are made to braking or steering systems. This creates a frustrating disconnect between expectation and reality. The visual cues, larger wheels, mesh grille, and sports seats, suggest capabilities that simply aren't there. Anyone expecting a genuine performance variant similar to BMW's M Sport or Mercedes' AMG line will be severely disappointed. What makes this particularly problematic is the price premium Lexus charges for the F-Sport package. You're essentially paying thousands extra for an appearance package that overpromises and underdelivers. Money that would be better spent on actual performance upgrades or higher trim levels. Number 4. Even Lexus comes with reliability concerns. Lexus built its reputation on bulletproof reliability, but the current RX generation has shown some concerning trends. The 2023 redesign, in particular, has experienced more issues than typical for the brand, with Consumer Reports giving non-hybrid variants notably lower reliability ratings than previous generations. Owners have reported problems ranging from annoying but minor issues like infotainment glitches to more serious concerns with transmission jerkiness and unexpected engine noise. These reliability hiccups are particularly disappointing from a brand that used reliability as its primary selling point against European competitors. Safety recalls have already been issued for certain 2024-2025 models concerning seatbelts and head restraints, critical safety components that should not have issues in a vehicle at this price point. Technical service bulletins addressing problems like front drive shaft noise further suggest that the current RX may not live up to Lexus's legendary durability standards. Number 3. Cramped interior space. For a mid-size luxury SUV with substantial exterior dimensions, the Lexus RX is surprisingly cramped inside. This becomes immediately apparent in the second row, where the RX offers just 38 inches of legroom, significantly less than competitors like the Mercedes GLE with its generous 40.9 inches. Even during short trips, adult passengers frequently comment on the tight quarters, with taller individuals finding their knees uncomfortably close to the front seatbacks. The situation worsens when you look at cargo capacity. With just 29.6 cubic feet behind the second row, the RX falls embarrassingly short of the class average. For context, the Volvo XC90 offers a cavernous 39 cubic feet, nearly 32% more space for your luggage, groceries, or sports equipment. This limitation becomes painfully obvious during family vacations or weekend trips when you're forced to choose between passengers and luggage. When you fold down the seats, the RX provides a modest 46.2 cubic feet of total volume, while rivals like the Mercedes GLE and BMW X5 deliver approximately 75 cubic feet. This significant disadvantage means the RX often fails at the fundamental SUV purpose of versatility and utility, making it a poor choice for families or anyone who regularly hauls larger items. Even simple tasks like bringing home a medium-sized piece of furniture become challenging exercises in spatial geometry. What makes this spatial shortcoming particularly frustrating is that Lexus had ample opportunity to address it with the recent redesign. Instead of maximizing interior volume and creating a truly practical luxury SUV, Lexus prioritized styling and exterior proportions at the expense of usable space. Competitors have proven that you don't need to sacrifice interior room for exterior beauty, making the RX's compromised packaging feel like an unnecessary limitation that buyers will notice every time they load up for a trip or carry passengers. Number 2. Underwhelming powertrain options. Despite offering multiple powertrain configurations, the Lexus RX lineup lacks the performance punch you'd expect at this price point. The base Turbo 4 feels adequate at best, while even the top-tier RX 500h Hybrid with 366 horsepower falls short of what European rivals deliver in their performance variants. In everyday driving situations like highway merging or passing, this power deficit becomes apparent. The RX never feels as effortless or confident as its price tag suggests it should. What's most frustrating is the lack of a true high-performance option. When Mercedes offers AMG variants with over 600 horsepower and BMW delivers M-powered SUVs that can challenge sports cars, the RX lineup feels seriously outgunned. Even the Volvo XC90, not traditionally known for performance, offers a plug-in hybrid with nearly 100 more horsepower than the RX's top trim. The discrepancy becomes especially noticeable when you consider that many of these competitors' performance versions cost only marginally more than a fully loaded RX. The missing performance variant becomes even more puzzling considering the RX's status as Lexus's key SUV in its most popular segment. For buyers who want luxury with a side of exhilaration, the RX simply doesn't deliver what competitors offer as standard options. Lexus has proven it can build exciting vehicles with the ISF, RCF, and LC models, making the absence of a properly hot RX variant feel like a deliberate omission rather than a capability limitation. This powertrain disappointment extends beyond just raw horsepower figures. The RX's transmission tuning prioritizes fuel economy over responsiveness, creating noticeable hesitation during crucial moments when immediate power is needed. Even in the sportier drive modes, the powertrain response feels calibrated for comfort rather than engagement, with artificial-feeling power delivery that lacks the linear, predictable character found in the best luxury performance SUVs. For a vehicle that can easily exceed $70,000 in its higher trims, this underwhelming driving experience feels like an unacceptable compromise. Number 1. Good, but not great. Perhaps the most damning criticism of the Lexus RX is simply this: it fails to excite or impress in any particular area. In a segment filled with standout competitors, the RX exists as a compromise that never rises to excellence in any single category. The exterior design, while clean and recognizable, lacks the presence of a Range Rover or the sporty aggression of German rivals. Inside, the cabin is well built but uninspiring, missing the technological showpieces of a Mercedes or the driver-focused cockpit of a BMW. The driving experience is comfortable but forgettable, neither particularly luxurious nor engaging. In the end, the RX's greatest failure isn't any single flaw, but rather its inability to stand out in an increasingly competitive market. For a vehicle that costs as much as a down payment on a house in many parts of the country, good enough simply isn't good enough. But this may not be the only model from the Japanese automaker that has lost a bit of the magic it used to have. Check out this video about the reasons why it's best not to buy the Toyota RAV4 you can see on the screen now. The world's best-selling SUV is anything but perfect. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.